Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Choices Life Coaching. And this evening's topic of discussion will be on small business coaching. And as a life coach, these are some of the things that I have experienced with building my business. Good morning, Roma. Good morning, Maurice. Good morning. I'm sorry. Good evening. Good evening, Roma. Good evening, Maurice. Good evening, Martel. These are some of my experiences that I have put together for those that are starting a small business. And as a small business coach, employee problems, debt loans, production deadlines, and equipment breakdowns impact all businesses. Now, but unlike other professions, a small business owner often faces these challenges with family members as key employees, along with major investors or both. In small business coaching, as a life coach and a coach, small business coach, I coach the owners of small businesses. In small business coaching and as small business owners also have personal issues that are intertwined, and coaching the business works towards a strong self-sustaining company, while personalized coaching builds healthy relationships and a balanced lifestyle. And this is where some small business owners, especially when they first open the business, they can't seem to find that balance or harmony within building the business and maintaining a personal life. Or, if they're married, the business takes like 100% of their time, and then their family gets neglected. Or if they're building the business, they put everything into the family, and if they're married, either the spouses or the children get neglected. So basically, what we're trying to do is find harmony and balance where you will be able to dedicate a percentage of your time towards building the business and still remain a good husband, wife, mom, or father. So you have to, I'm here to see if I can, not to see, I'm actually here to help you build healthy relationships and a balanced lifestyle. Now, a frequent coaching area on the business side is marketing. For many business owners, marketing is like a dirty word. And however, the fact that marketing has been misused doesn't mean that we can actually ignore it, because how is somebody going to know what it is that you do, or uh, if your business is available, like, without you marketing? You have to learn how to market. And the fact that marketing has been misused doesn't mean that we can ignore it altogether. We just have to learn how to market. Now, there is a marketing method that is honest, true to our values, and it brings honor to our prospects as well as our customers. In fact, for genuine long-term business growth, this is the only way to do marketing. I call this the meaningful marketing. It's an approach to advertising based on truthful, strategic content crafted in an honest, compelling way. Here are 9 coaching questions for designing a meaningful marketing initiative. Number 1, who is your target customer? That is, who is the person that is the best fit for using your company's products and services, and what value are you bringing to them? Describe your target customers, how old they are, where do they live, where do they work, What are their families like? What are their hopes? What are their dreams? What are their fears? And write everything out so that you know who your ideal target customer is. What are 3 to 5 problems that your products or services may solve for your target customer? So, from the list above, what is the biggest problem that your products or services solve for the target customer? Are you speaking to their pain point at that moment within their business? And what are 3 to 5 advantages of using your company's products or services? And from the list above, what is the greatest advantage of using your products or your services? So with Dr. Scholl's, we're going to use Dr. Scholl's. Everybody's seen those Dr. Scholl's commercials, and they put the shoe into the gel insole into the shoe, and everybody's walking, hi Heather, and I'm gelling. So basically those Dr. Scholl's insoles provide comfort for the foot, and it reduces the impact. Even with the Air Nikes, when they showed you the new design of the sneaker. Now, what products and services and what is the pain point of their business that you can actually help them with? So many of us are in small businesses. Are you identifying your customer's pain point, and is your product or service, as a coach or a business owner, providing a solution for whatever it is that your customer needs? And what are all the ways a prospect or customer can contact you? Are you visible? Are they able to, can they call you on the phone? Can they visit your website? Can they physically come to your office? Visiting either your store or your office, calling you on the phone, going onto your website, and how many ways can they get in contact with you? How can they connect with you? From the list that I just mentioned, what makes the most strategic sense as a person's first point of contact with your business? Now, as a small business coach, work through these. When you make a list, you can rewind the tape and make a list of everything that I just said, and find your meaningful marketing, I guess, that 3-second or that 5-second video that introduces you to your clients and to your customers. And most marketing errors in trying to be all things to all people, and you cannot be all things to all people. So meaningful marketing does just the opposite. So make a list of everything, of the questions that I just asked you, and take your answers to these questions 4, question 6, and question 8, and write a 75-word, 30-second commercial for your target customer. And keep this as you project until every word packs a punch. Okay, so you're going to take it, and you're going to take that 30 seconds and those 75 words, and you are going to make every single word mean something, and it is going to have impact when it comes to who is listening to you, and this will really pay off. And where are you can use this marketing message? Find out where you can put your message. Remember to say Stay on point, stay on the message in every one of these venues. Now, you're also going to deal with organizational. I never had a stutter issue until I start speaking to myself and people on the camera. Oh my God. But basically, you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Then you have to deal with the organizational issues. Now, with the organizational issues, it is the systemic organization of the business and the business individually, from your personal finances, personal data, personal, if you can set aside a room, set it up as an office, as if you were in a corporate America somewhere, have a Rolodex, have your file, have a filing system, have I recommend a QuickBooks or Intuitive, have Squarespace. At Square is really, really good for accepting payments. PayPal accepts all major credit cards. This way they organize everything for you so that when you're doing your taxes, you can just download and dump everything and sync everything, and everything will be organized, because in that area is not my strong suit. So I had learned to, if they have a computer program that I can use that organizes all my papers, my receipts, then I highly recommend that. And if you are scheduling using Schedule Once, I really like Schedule Once, and that is a great tool, because if you also are doing a video, right now everybody's doing everything by video. I recommend Zoom, free conference call. I tried Google has something, but it's like it gives you like a little hang up. I like the Hangouts, the Hangout app, but the only difference with Hangouts is I can't record anything. So if I record it, I can't replay it. It just really gives you like live video like feed. Now, the key difference from normal business or executive coaching is that organizational itself has its own culture, like an individual client's personality type. To effectively work at changing a corporate culture, me as the coach needs to understand what is your business culture. So it's a strength. I need to know its weaknesses, its strengths, and the untapped potential that that you haven't noticed, and that I will have to uncover. And that knowledge, take all of that knowledge into account as he or she coaches, and the individual is with whomever you're coaching within that culture. A unique challenge for organizational coaching is working with both the individual and at corporate levels at the same time. Now, when you are dealing with small businesses, and I say individual and corporate, because now I'm coaching the entire person, because now you are running a business, and that is a separate entity. So I have to deal with that on the corporate level. And then you have to grow individually to keep up with the demands of the business, because as you expand in it's like growing, raising children. You understand? When new moms have babies and they don't know what to do, who is always there to help them with the kids? Grandma, or someone who's had a baby. You understand? So it is the same when you are starting your business, because this is your baby, and you have to deal with it on the corporate level, and you have to deal with the person individually on the individual level. So a major success factor in determining whether the organization is coachable, one way to examine the organization's readiness to change is to take a look at the culture's history. Now, and I say culture and I call it culture because your niche is, or whomever it is that you're marketing to, comes with its own culture and its own personality. And this, within this company, has this company been an early adapter of industry trends, or has it been dragged kicking and screaming into the future? So basically what I'm saying is, are you current with the latest technology? Are you current and up to date on the digital bookkeeping and filing? And how do you are you still, when you're coaching, with your coaching clients, are you keeping everything organized in a file, like a folder, or are you keeping your clients digitally on the computer? Do you have a system set up in place for that? Or are you still doing everything the old-fashioned way with paper and pen? Or are you doing both systems, one electronically for the computer and then the old-fashioned way as the backup system? So is this a risk-taking, or is this risk-averse culture? Are current circumstances or business difficulties providing broad-based motivation for change within the organization? So are you open to change? Are you open to growth? Are you open to find a more efficient way of doing business? This way you can save time, you can save money, you won't be doing like duplicate work, or you can find another important factor in getting this understood and embraced within the corporate culture, or as I can say, within the coaching culture. A typical strategy is to start with the most motivated and coachable individuals. And I say that because you want to work with people who want help. HELP. If I come to you for something, that means I'm looking for help. And it is really challenging and very difficult it's like pulling teeth, without the Novocaine. And some people aren't coachable, some clients aren't coachable, and they have to want to be able to coach. As an individual person, you're coaching the individual, but you're also helping them, coaching and helping them with the business to make it more efficient, so that you're coaching them so that they can run the business more smoothly, more efficiently, find balance and harmony in their personal life, and help them to organize the business itself. So this will allow them to influence others within their own sphere of organization on the value of the coaching process. Each one tells one. How do you get really good referrals? Sometimes you can pay for advertising up the wazoo, but if people aren't happy with your services, they're going to give you either a bad review, or they won't tell a friend. You understand what I'm saying? And those are the best kinds of referrals that I truly recommend. Now, here are some questions for you to ask yourself. For the coaching of the individual with the organization, how does your life coaching fit with the purpose, PURPOSE, of this particular organization? And what do you want to accomplish here for yourself and for the sake of the organization or the company? Now, I say organization, but basically it's for the same, for the company. What drives you? What is your motivation? What are you passionate about? Okay, and this way you can determine how well the individual's passion is aligned with those of the company or the organization. Now, my question to you as the leader or the CEO, founder, or of your company, because even if it's a one-person company and you're being the admin and you're being the CEO and you're doing everything, you're being the secretary and all this other kind of stuff until your business grows and you can get either a virtual assistant or an assistant to help you with the emails and help you with the programming and help you to do some of the things that you have been doing, like the chief cook and bottle washer. When you first start your business, unless you have a partner in the business with you, you're doing every single thing on your own. And we have to be able to find out what is your purpose in wanting to create a culture within your own niche, and what is the commitment level within this company or within your niche to creating that culture. Now, you have some people saying, okay, build your tribe, start a life group, and you know, add this person to this group. But if you are a small business owner and you're building your business and you're just starting out right now, all of your focus is learning the business, learning how to run the business, learning how to operate the business, learning what particular websites to use and social media, how to help with the marketing. Now, do you have a budget for introducing advertising? That's something you have to look at. What is your time frame for creating this culture? Or say, how much time are you going to spend on coaching the individual? Then you have to put up enough time to coach the individual that is running or the organization or coaching within that organization. Good morning, Paul. I'm sorry. Good evening. It's evening. I'm so used to speaking during the day. So I've decided to do the word in the AM and the business coaching and stuff in the evening, so I can find some balance within that time. So what are your thoughts about, is it a good time for that company or the organization to invest in a new business process and new business projects? Okay. What are your thoughts about including the rest of the leadership? Maybe you have if you have a partner within the business and say, hey, you want to get new software for the company, or you want to do update your website, or you want to get a new filing system or a new system to help it more efficient. Is it a good time for you to bring, when are you open enough with your partner to discuss the new changes within the business? Because you have some companies that are two people. They can either be a husband and a wife as a partner, or they can be one is the face of the company and one just handles the finances. So what are your thoughts on including the rest of the leadership, and how would you get them to come on board with you when you're making changes and implementing new structure and within the company? And I can say company because it's your business. So who would you start with? Where could you start with can you start with a pilot project? What criteria would you use in designing a pilot program? Now, if you are designing a course, or you have a new idea for either a change on the menu, or you can do there's so many types of businesses out there, and there's so many things. So if you are making changes? Are you opening to a pilot program, doing a survey, finding out, send feelers out to the customers to see what it is that they like and what areas that they want to see improvements in and what areas that they would like to see changes in? Okay. And when you do that, you have to make sure that you're including your partner as well as your clients and customers, okay? Now, when you're dealing with organization, you have people out there that are professional organizers, and if you can't do it yourself, find somebody that is a professional organizer. They have them all the time. Just Google it or put an ad on Facebook, and they will help you to organize your business. If you can't do this yourself, if you don't have enough time to do that, you can reach out to them and they can help you to organize the accounting. They can help you to organize the flow of the business. They can change some things around where you will be able to manage your time a little bit more efficiently. And that is really, really important, time management, especially when you have a family, because the business cannot take up 100% of your time unless you have your family in on the business with you. But then you must be able to say, we are going to run the business from X amount of hours. Usually when you first start, you're working around the clock. But after a while, you have to be able to say, we're shutting everything down at a certain time, and we are going to be a family at a certain point, okay? It's good to be a workaholic, but you can't be a workaholic and neglect your family at the same time, because that's not going to work. But since I'm single, I can do like just whatever I want. So, where are the disorders that robs the energy and productivity? And this, you can bring in a professional organizer, and they will find the areas that robs the energy and productivity. And these people specializing in bringing in order out of chaos and everything, from the filing system to the document flow to the organizing of the clients and the expenses and the receipts. And I think that this is something that you have to pay particular attention to, especially when it comes to the receipts, because you don't want to get into any trouble with the IRS, and you don't want to you want to be able to, if you have your office space and your office stuff, you have to have the office stuff separate from the household stuff if you're starting within your own home. If you have a physical business, you have to make sure that when I open or an employee comes in and opens a closet or opens something, everything is organized and set into place. They have bins, they have folders, they have electronic programs that you can download onto the computer to help you to organize all the clients billing, the receipts, and any interaction that you have with that particular client or customer. Describe for me what being organized looks like to you. So this is something that you sit down and you ask yourself, what does being organized looks like to you? What is motivating you to get organized? What makes you want to start now? What is it costing you to be disorganized? These are questions that you have to ask yourself. Talk about an area where you are or were well organized, and how did it get disorganized? What happened to make everything that was organized now so unorganized? Next thing is, what's your number one obstacle in getting organized? And I mention this and I say this for the business because this will help the business to flow more efficiently, okay? And it will save you a lot of time. Now, who in your life would be willing to help you to organize if you cannot pay a professional organizer? Who within your own friends or your circle of friends that you know that is very detailed and very organized? Now, if you're going to start okay, we're going to use an eggplant. So if, like, say, if you're going to start eating the eggplant, okay, I'm using an eggplant. How do you eat an eggplant? One bite at a time? Do you mush it up? Like, say you get the eggplant and you're going to make eggplant parmesan. Are you going to peel it first, or are you going to slice it up first and then peel it, leave the skin on, skin off? Okay, so what is now setting priorities? This is very, very important as well. You have to set priorities. What is the compelling reason for doing X, Y, and Z? What is the payoff of this particular activity compared to the time that you will invest in it? You have to set aside time to invest into the organization or getting things organized or just changing everything. And if you're not paying a professional organizer, they'll have people that you can pay to come to clean your house and stuff like that. Now, if you have a professional organizer come in and what is the budget? What is the budget that you're willing to spend? Okay. And you also have to look at, is this event and activity time critical or day specific? Okay, are you going to set aside an entire day if you're doing it yourself? Like me, or you can have a family member help, or one of the kids help, or one of your older children help, one of the college children to help you. If you're going to set aside an entire Saturday or a weekend to get things organized and, easy to find and easy to put your hands on and download and open, and okay, these are things that you have to take a look at. And can you delegate this task to someone? And if you can delegate it to someone to help you, who do you trust, or who could help you to do this at least 80% better, as good as you or better than you? Okay, so you have to find out, these are some questions that I think you should ask yourself. And what is the worst that could happen if this doesn't get done? So if you do not get organized, and if you do not organize the business, and so that you can have time to deal with your personal and family stuff, okay, what is the worst that can happen? Okay, now as you take clients through their piles of miscellaneous mountains that clog their lives, because that's what basically is going to happen. The first step is to sort things into the following 4 categories, okay? The categories are arranged in pairs, and I have things that I love, or am I ambivalent about certain things, and the things that I need, or the things that I can't let go of. Okay, so you're just going to have like these little 4 sections, and then you're going to put them in a do I love this pile. And then the second category is I'm ambivalent about this, I'm unsure about this, and what do I do with this? You're going to put that in another pile. And in that pile, you're going to take a look at those things. And when did you last use it? wear it, or reference it. Okay, these are the things in the I'm like, I'm still not like, okay. Now, who might make better use of this than you? Whatever it is, okay. Is it taking up space? Describe what you will lose if you let go of it. You understand? Describe what you spend money to replace. Would you spend money to replace this item? So if you've gotten rid of an item and we're getting organized, we're cleaning out the area, cleaning out the mess and stuff, would you spend money to replace this item if you no longer had it? Would you buy it again? Okay. And do you need two staplers? Do you need two computers? If one computer isn't working, like either get it fixed or fix it and donate it or do something with it because it's taking up space. Okay. Now, is it worth the space to store it? Can you put it into storage? Now, how can you let go of things? We have to learn to let go of things, and we have to learn to let go. And I mean really, really let go, because we want to clear up the space and the energy around you. Now, do you want to give it away? Do you want to, you can put it on eBay, you can put it on Craigslist, you can put it on freestuff.com, or put it on the curb. Okay, do whatever you want to do with it, but do something with it. And the fourth area is, do you need this particular item? What, when you're cleaning out the closet, you're making space in your individual and personal life, these, you can use all four of these areas in both your personal home and in the business, because you want to organize both spaces. Okay. Now, do you have to be the one to store it, or can it be stored more efficiently? Do you need a better retrieval system? And that is something you have to take a look at as well. And on that note, that is just my little half an hour tip for today. And I'll be back tomorrow night with another area that we can work in on for small business coaches, getting organized and helping you with the marketing. Now, when I come back tomorrow, I'll discuss, like, I'll give you certain links and websites that you can just tap into and get whatever it is that you need to help you with the business. Okay. And for the organization, I think that would be something that is really simple. Just those four little things. Put everything in four little piles. Do I love this? Are you ambivalent about it? Can you let it go, or do you need it? And that's it. Okay. And on that note, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Love you all. Thank you for joining, and we will chat tomorrow night. Peace.